New tonight on Eyewitness News, severe storms hitting the area right now. We are in first alert mode, keeping an eye on the sky and on the roads, and we're checking out reports of storm damage too.
And many undocumented families on edge as the Supreme Court essentially kills President Obama's plan to protect millions from deportation. How people here are reacting tonight.
Eyewitness News at 10 begins right now.
See what's happening this instant. ABC 11 Eyewitness News at 10 on CW22 starts right now.
Severe weather is hitting the area tonight, and we are in first alert mode. We've had thunderstorms and lightning and even tornado warnings. This is a live look from Breaking News 1 on the road in northern Wake County on Old Creedmoor Road. You can see the lightning is lighting up the sky over the triangle tonight. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Steve Daniels.
And I'm Tisha Powell. Meteorologist Steve Stewart has been tracking these storms all night in the First Alert Storm Center. Steve, what's happening now?
Well, a couple of things. First and foremost, the watch is still in effect until 11. It might be extended, and I'll show you why a little bit later on. But some of the counties have been taken out up around Roanoke Rapids. Notice that now. They're no longer in the watch in a few counties, so been removed from it. But we're still under the gun with some strong storms around the area. And some of these, again, have been strong to severe around the area. Right now, no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, but still some very heavy downpours of rain right across Wake County, the heart of Wake County into Raleigh. Just heavy downpours, rainfall rates in excess of 2 inches per hour, and the heavy rain and some lightning too, heading out now towards Spring Hope and continues to move along a line mainly off to the east. Lighter rain showers up to the north right now. But as we talked about hail, was that a concern? Right now we had some hail on our tracker not showing up anymore. So that's why we're not dealing with severe thunderstorms around right now. But the rainfall, very impressive. Some of the estimates with our Doppler showing 2 to 3 inches of rain in pockets, very heavy rain. But once you get south of Wake County, pretty much no rain at this point in time. And we have some aerial flood advisories still in Person County and over in Granville County, and also here in Nash County, Edgecombe County, Johnson too, dealing with some heavier downpours. And this little line here, that's called an outflow boundary. It's going to get rather breezy. It is breezy right now and done. And this line is moving southward. I'm going to explain a little bit later on in the main weather segment what an outflow boundary is. Back to you.
All right, we'll learn about that in a few minutes, Steve, and look ahead to the weekend as well. We'll see you soon, and we'll stay on top of this weather situation overnight and bring you the latest tomorrow morning at 4:30. And for the most updated weather anytime, you can download the ABC 11 First Alert Weather app. We get the storm warnings directly to you. You can also check out the live First Alert Doppler XP. We always have the 7-day forecast on there, too. It's available anytime for your iPhone and your Android.
Thunderstorms rocking Wake and Durham counties tonight with rain, lightning moving all across our viewing area. Our crew on the ground in Durham bringing us this video. You can see the rain coming down in the Bull City. Duke Energy reporting more than 15,000 people across our viewing area without power right now.
And Breaking News 1 live right now on the road in northern Wake County. We have just arrived on the scene on Appaloosa Run. This is off Old Creedmoor Road. And you can take a look at these fire crews right there dealing with this tree, this large tree that is now across the road shutting down Appaloosa Run Road. Our crew just arriving on the scene. We'll be getting more details from them coming up this half hour. And we have been following damage reports from the stormy weather all across the area tonight.
Some places have been dealing with high winds, lightning, and hail. This picture sent to us from an ABC 11 eyewitness. This is just one of the hailstones that came down in Roxborough.
Angelica Alvarez right now in Granville County. She is in the town of Stem to show us what she's finding on the road tonight. Angelica?
Yeah, Steve, we've been driving around and we pulled over in the town of Stem. Now we're actually reporting to you from inside of our live truck because while the rain has passed here, lightning is still very active outside and it's pretty hard to see that lightning through our windshield. So we want to get you to some video that we shot earlier of that lightning just lighting up the sky. It was been going on probably for a straight 2 hours. We've seen a lot of rain and lightning. Again, the rain tapered off, but that lightning still very much active at this hour. We've been driving around the stretch of Granville and Person County to look for any damage. We did find one person. We were headed from Roxborough to Oxford on 158 and we pulled off on Graham Hobnod Road where we found a man who was a good Samaritan really. He pulled off in that dark area and was cleaning off the branches off that stretch of road there. We caught him at the tail end of that cleanup. On 158 though, when we were trying to get to Oxford, we were stopped by a firefighter. He was blocking the road. He said that farther on down 158, there were 2 downed trees blocking that roadway there. He wouldn't let us pass to go see it. He wanted to give a lot of room for any crews to be showing up, understandably, so we don't have video of that to show you, but that turned us back around to this area here. So we landed in STEM. We are still driving around trying to find you more damage. So far, though, the good news is we haven't had any major reports of any damage, at least in Granville County. So that is the good news tonight. Overall, though, just a messy night out there. And again, the lightning is still very active. So, of course, we're going to keep looking for anything. If you guys know anything, please send it our way, and we'll keep you guys updated. For now, send it back to you guys live from STEM.
All right, Angelica Alvarez on the road for us. There was a tornado warning in that part of the viewing area. Thankfully, not much damage tonight. New tonight, a minivan lands right inside a home in Apex. Fire officials say 2 people were inside when somehow it lost control in this cul-de-sac. This is Star Flower Court. The van then crashed into the townhome. Despite what you see, no one was hurt and no one was in the home at the time. Crews are checking to see if that home is structurally safe.
A 16-year-old girl killed, 2 other kids hurt in a 3-vehicle crash in Person County. This happened yesterday afternoon on US 15501 in the Timberlake area. The Highway Patrol says 16-year-old Kimberly Fitzgerald pulled out of a parking lot in front of 2 other vehicles and was T-boned. She died on the way to the hospital. Her 12-year-old sister still in the hospital. One of the other drivers and a 15-year-old in the car were also treated for injuries. The 3rd driver was not hurt. A Harnett County Sheriff's deputy involved in the shooting death of a man in Lillington stepping down tonight. In his resignation letter, Deputy Nicholas Cahegas says he cannot risk putting his fellow officers in danger due to the environment created by what he calls the dishonest media. Cahegas shot and killed John Livingston during a fight with deputies who were actually looking for another man. A grand jury decided not to indict Cahegas.
A big blow to President Obama's action on immigration. The U.S. Supreme Court coming back with a split decision today, effectively killing the president's plan to shield millions of immigrants in this country illegally from deportation and also give them work permits. Joel Brown live now in our downtown Raleigh newsroom, where demonstrators held a rally tonight. Joel?
Steve, Governor McCrory was one of 26 Republican governors to sign on to that original 2014 lawsuit blocking President Obama's executive action on immigration. So today's news was a win for the governor, but a big disappointment for undocumented immigrants here in the state. Tonight they brought their grief to the governor's front door. A mock funeral outside the governor's mansion. They came here representing the thousands of undocumented immigrants in North Carolina once again living in limbo, including little Geraldine Rodriguez, his mother and father.
It does affect my mom and my dad because they're undocumented, and this would really change their life.
Geraldine was born in the U.S. She's got legal status, but her parents came here illegally. President Obama's 2014 executive order protected undocumented parents like Geraldine's, and the president's 2012 order stopped deportations of teens brought to the U.S. as children. Today's 4-4 split at the Supreme Court wipes away the president's orders.
A lot of families are heartbroken right now, you know. A lot of families are going to be breaking, and we have no idea what is the future holds.
The Supreme Court tie upholds a Texas judge's order siding with Governor McCrory and other Republicans who argued President Obama overstepped his power.
This is a win for the Constitution. Congress, not the president, writes our laws.
Back at the governor's mansion, these undocumented immigrants
no paper, no fear,
vow to keep fighting, using the mock funeral to symbolically bury their fears and come out from the shadows, telling the governor there would be a price to pay come November.
We really want to tell him, and there's a message to him, that elections are right around the corner, and a lot of us are American citizens, and we have the right to vote, which means that comes election days, we will definitely vote.
So what happens now? In the short term, not much. President Obama still has broad discretion to prioritize who gets deported, but the next president could quickly reprioritize. That raises the stakes for November's elections. Steve? Statisha.
Thank you, Joel. A dramatic scene tonight at the governor's mansion. Well, another big ruling today from the Supreme Court on affirmative action. The High Court ruling the University of Texas can use race as a factor in university admissions. The chancellor at UNC Chapel Hill, Carol Folt, sending out this tweet saying, today's important SCOTUS ruling reaffirms UNC's admissions policies supporting the educational value of diversity.
Now to Vote 2016 and some new presidential polling here in North Carolina. It reveals a tight race for the White House. The left-leaning public policy polling group releasing its latest findings, and it shows Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are in a dead heat, tied at 43% each. 7% of the people are undecided. Libertarian Gary Johnson has 4%, and Green Party candidate Jill Stein has 2%. The I-Team digging into the special primary election earlier this month and the extreme cost to all of us as taxpayers. The special election happened because the court said Republicans drew voting lines illegally after the 2010 census. The voter turnout during the special election was record low, and in some counties, the election cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have the numbers from Wake and Orange County. Wake spent nearly $600,000 on that June 7th special election. Orange spent just over $75,000, and even though this was a special election, many counties, including Orange and Wake, had two primaries in the budget anyway.
ABC 11 Together highlighting good deeds and community needs. This afternoon, a guy who's been getting help from the Raleigh Rescue Mission got a new car from the Wheels for Hope organization. Our cameras were rolling as Randy got his car. This is the 40th car delivered to someone in need. Randy wound up homeless after being an electrician for 10 years and opening a bail bond business with his son. Randy, who didn't want to appear on camera, is now on the road to a bright future. He now has a job after going through some life skills classes, putting together a resume, and practicing job interviews. And now he has a new Ford Focus to get him around.
It's been tough. It hasn't been easy. Sometimes feeling kind of worthless and like nobody needs you. I'm on the other side of that. Thank God for that, you know, that He's brought me through this, and I've learned a lot from it.
Really great afternoon for Randy. Wheels for Hope and the Raleigh Rescue Mission, longtime partners and really making a difference, and we're always happy to spotlight what they are doing. Well, will they stay or will they go? Ballots being counted right now in a vote that could dramatically change the future of the UK. Which side likely to come out on top? Plus, a sit-in comes to an end. Hear what a North Carolina congressman who was on the floor and what will likely happen to a measure now in the Senate. And the danger that could be hiding in your backyard grill. We have a warning for you tonight. You'll want to hear this before your next cookout. But first, let's take a live look at Breaking News 1. We have some firefighters trying to remove this huge tree that's fallen on the road at East Appaloosa Run Road. That's in Wake County. We are in first alert mode tonight. Steve Stewart will have more on the forecast coming up.